And then finally, this is a little bit more of a mechanical consideration with respect to how Arrived prices its shares, but they're a fully burdened cost, meaning that any fees that are associated with sourcing and when we're capitalizing the investment, it's included in that initial $10 share price. So that is a component that represents revenue to Arrived, but it's not necessarily um, value in the property itself, right? It's so I say our share prices are a full representation, fully burdened of everything that you pay for, including future disposition costs. And I think that's important to note. And we think it's a very intellectually honest way of approaching your return potential. Because if you didn't include those disposition costs in the share price itself, if you have a certain share price representation and then the next day we sell the property, there are transaction costs of a 5-6% kind of market standard. So those are representative of real costs that are going to come out from the share price, because the actual cash and equity, you're not going to get all of that 6% back. So all that to say is that we fully burden all of our share prices to have a very honest representation of what the value is for the share. A lot of other investment companies, they'll charge the fee, say the equivalent of a sourcing fee, outside of the investment. So they don't couple them together. So if you were to buy a share for $10, you might then receive a bill for 35 cents for every share that you purchased. So you paid for that fee, but it's not represented in the share price. Whereas with Arrived, all of those fees and all of those future costs are also baked in. So it can be of a bit of an uphill climb because of those additional costs that are baked in, but it's the reality that whether fees were in the shares or outside of share, that's the economic reality. So thought that would be helpful to go through the mechanics of what is in the share price, as well as impact of leverage, as well as kind of the vintage that is commonly referred to in the question, saying that you've held a property for 2 years, 2 to 3 years, how come the share price is down? Hopefully those mechanics can help reconcile some of the differences, but happy to answer any further questions you may have about that.